Welcome back to the One Podcast.
Like, comment, and subscribe!
Like, comment, and subscribe to the One Podcast.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe. Welcome back to the One Podcast, the only podcast for true men of culture.
Yep.
And today, I'm your host, R.D. Sen.
What does the D stand for? Nobody knows?
Nobody knows, bro. I'm an enemy of God.
Oh, whoa.
That's what they say.
Damn.
That's fucking sick.
It's kind of like Kirby, you know, Kirby.
R.D.
fights
Sen.
gods.
I'm just, I'm making big reveals, as
But
you had to as well.
Yes. I'm Matt. That's just it. I'm Matt now.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's kind of on me.
That's fine. That's totally fine. It's easier. It's easier this way.
And we also have, our new member. We got Grant.
Say his name.
Grant.
What's your name in there? The man in the computer.
My name.
The man in the computer. The man granting us the pleasure of being on the podcast once again. On
Yes, sir.
probably, I don't know. Are we going to get into degenerate territory or not? Who knows? Maybe the D stands for degenerate. Who knows?
Oh, shit.
Who knows? But
Douchebaggery.
yeah. But in today's episode, we're going to get into some ecchi anime that we talked about in the previous episode.
We got 3 ecchi animes lined up, 3 pretty prominent, pretty, good by some standards ecchi animes. So looking forward to talking about
We'll
that.
get into it. Before we get into the ecchi, we want to, quickly do some updates and stuff. Give a what do we call it? Like a news corner?
Yeah, we'll call it the News Corner.
News
This
corner,
is a sophisticated
update corner.
podcast.
News corner.
The News Corner.
Hell yeah. That's a good idea.
All right. First things first, we wanted to update the shonen listings.
Yes.
Because
I had some revelations
our
after...
objective opinions have changed.
Yes.
And-
You might be wondering how objective opinions can change, but...
It's because we got the plaque
Fuck you.
and we can do
Yeah.
whatever we want.
Yeah, so after last time's Shonen podcast, I had some revelations. Some of my opinions about Shonen anime changed, and I wanted to really quick get into my new top 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through them real quick. So first of all, contrary to what I said last time, there's no good reason that FMA shouldn't be included. So FMA Brotherhood is number 1. Naruto is number 2 because Naruto is fucking awesome. I don't care what any of you say.
My man.
Boo!
Grant
Boo!
gets me. Grant gets me.
I
Ryan's a
got you.
hater, but that's fine.
I respect it.
Hunter x Hunter is number 3.
What? Wait. You put Naruto over Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, 100%. I love Naruto, dude. The ending with the aliens was kind of dumb.
Let me know
but-
what you think about that in the comments. Let Matt know what you think about that in the comments.
Number 4 is Haikyuu. I didn't realize we could use Haikyuu until Ryan
Haikyuu
said
is a shonen. Haikyuu
So,
is a shonen.
Haikyuu's number 4.
I love that.
And number 5 is
I've never
One
seen
Piece.
Okay. I will say, I do want to update my list too. The only thing I want to change is I had One Piece as number 2 and Hunter x Hunter number 1. I want to flip that. Because these last 2 One Piece episodes, the world building was so phenomenal. And we're actually getting the world building as opposed to where Hunter x Hunter, it's just hype.
That's true.
And the one thing with One Piece is if, something is introduced into the story, it's going to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Hunter x Hunter, there's just a lot of throwaway things sometimes.
Definitely.
So, I don't know. Gota is the GOAT, and he deserves number 1.
I get the feeling that once I get farther into One Piece, it might climb my list and ascend. Right now it's at number 5, but, who knows? It could at some point get to number 2 or maybe number 3 or whatever. So we'll see.
You don't think it's going to be better than Naruto?
I don't know. Me and Naruto go way back, dude. I've been watching Naruto since I was just a lad.
I mean, but that's the thing. Now as a
So
man...
but now I've grown a pair of nuts. I realize.
I love the way he puts it. Are you going to grow a pair of nuts, Matt?
Dude, I'm only 50 episodes into One Piece. I might grow a pair of nuts at some point, but not yet. Not today.
yet.
One day my balls will drop, but...
You're still being fed baby food.
I'm
So,
Like,
yeah.
you're opposite.
So this is the Men of Culture. So this is the 2.5 Men podcast. Holy
Jesus
shit!
Christ. Yo, can we get a shout out to Charlie Sheen real quick? Star of 2.5 Men.
What's his co-star's name? No one knows his name.
I don't know. Nobody cares.
The bald guy. That's
Doesn't
his brother in the
He got
show.
replaced by Coocher.
Oh yeah, he did. Ashton Kutcher.
And then didn't they get canceled after?
She
Didn't like the
fucked up
show
a lot.
flop after that? Like it got canceled.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
That sucks. That sucks. I never watched it, so.
But
Neither did I. But we
Alright.
are the 2.5 Men podcast now.
Essentially, yeah. Maybe one day we can become the three
One day.
Men of Culture podcast. But one day,
that could be a long time away.
maybe if Matt ever gets a pair of nuts, who knows?
One day I'll watch more of One Piece, and hopefully it'll be soon.
My
Yeah,
man.
I do. We have to you have to watch a little more so we can talk about it more.
Yeah.
In the next podcast.
I
But
still-
look,
I still got shit to say about the Nami arc too. I don't know if that's a topic for this episode or not. But
no.
I got
We
shit to
we
say
will
about
definitely
it.
get into it. I talked too much about Buggy last time. I had way too many drinks. I was fucked up. Buggy's still an amazing character though. Don't get me twisted.
I'm still skeptical.
But yeah, we'll definitely talk more about Nami. But since you added Haikyuu to your list, I had it in my list. I want to add it to the official Shonen list as well that we had.
That's fair. That's super fair.
I think we
I don't even
had.
remember what the official.
I think we
list
had
was.
One Piece -- 1, or maybe it was flipped. But now that no, we had One
We got
Piece
Hunter,
number.
Hunter number 1.
But didn't you have One Piece as number 1 as well in your list? Well, give us your list real quick, cause what was it?
So mine was One Piece number 1, Hunter Hunter number 2, Naruto number 3, JoJo's number 4, and number 5 was My Hero.
And you also before I forget, did you want to make any changes to that list? You were talking about it recently before the podcast.
Yeah, no. So I don't want to change it. I still I think
This is good.
just
Oh, yeah.
like for me, I think I like My Hero better than I liked Assassination Classroom, which was not one of my honorable mentions, but I have to give more credit to Assassination Classroom. That was a really, really, really enjoyable series to watch.
That's one that I haven't watched it in a minute, so it's hard for me to put it on my list right now. But at some point, I'm gonna rewatch it, and I remember really liking it, so it could definitely go on my list. But it's really hard to imagine what I would take off because I really like the shows on my list. But it might sit at a solid number 6 or whatever because I'm pretty sure I like it better than My Hero. But that's a
That's fair.
respectable opinion for sure.
I still haven't watched Haikyuu. I
Oh.
probably need to check that out.
Dude, you really
Dude,
do.
when you do that, we'll do an episode solely to Haikyuu because
Yeah.
it deserves
Okay.
it. It deserves it. Let me
Bro.
tell you, it deserves it, bro.
They don't call it hype you for nothing. That
Holy shit,
that shit
is true.
so hype.
On this podcast, it's known as Hype You.
All right. I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, my list was I think it was originally Hunter x Hunter number 1 and One Piece number 2. Now it's One Piece number 1, Hunter x Hunter number 2, Haikyuu or Hype You number 3, Food Wars number 4, and Dragon Ball number 5. Not gonna make any changes right now to that list. But yeah, I'm good with that. But for the official Shonen list, I think Hunter x Hunter needs to go down and One Piece needs to go up. And Haikyuu needs to come
Dude,
on there.
what even was the list? I don't remember. I know we talked about it, but I have no idea what it was.
What
Did
the-
we tweet about it? I don't think.
I don't think we
did.
tweeted it.
I should have, but
We can
mean-
check the footage of the last episode.
yeah, we can do that. I mean, we can make a new one right now, real
I
quick.
think I can do it off the top of my head. I remember it was Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Naruto. I think I got Food Wars in there at number 5. Number 4, I forgot what number 4 was. That's the only thing.
Yo, speaking of Food Wars, Grant, you watched 3 seasons of Food Wars in preparation for this episode,
I did.
and it's not cracking your top 5 in terms of shonens. Can I get that? Is that true?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure.
Maybe by the end. Because I really, really enjoyed it. After I got past the really uncomfortable...
We'll get into that, bro.
Yeah.
We'll get into that, bro.
Okay.
I don't think we tweeted it, bro.
We didn't tweet it, but I'm pretty sure we said we would, so that makes me a liar.
No. I'm glad we didn't tweet it because we're obviously revising it.
You're right.
But let's just make a de facto new list, Let's go from the bottom to the top. What should be number 5? What was your number 5, Grant? My Hero or
Mine
JoJo's?
was My Hero.
You had My Hero. What was your number 5?
My number 5 is currently One Piece.
My number 5 is Dragon Ball. Holy crap! How do we make this list?
So you guys both had Dragon Ball on your list.
It was in
I had
his honorary
Dragon Ball
mentions.
as my honorable mention. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And we all have One Piece, so One Piece should be higher than number 5. Even if
One
it's at
Piece
number
should.
5 on my
Me and Grant
list.
both have it at number 1 though.
So since it's at number 5 on mine, we should put One Piece at like number 2.
What would be
Yeah,
number 1?
I agree.
What would be number 1? I don't know. We all have.
I think it goes Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, and then because I had number 3 is Naruto. Matt had number 3 is Naruto. That has to be up there somewhere.
Yeah, Naruto's my number 2.
Haikyuu
You have
has
it
to
at
be
number
up there.
2.
I think Naruto should be number 3.
Naruto
Either
number
that
3.
or number 4. And Haikyuu, we both have Haikyuu, so that should be either 3 or 4 too.
What spot is Naruto on your list, Grant?
That was my number 3.
That was number 3, and you have it as number 2.
Yeah, and I don't think it's even on your list though.
It's not on my list, but Haikyuu's number 4. I have it as number 3, and Grant doesn't have it at all, though. So I feel like I'm okay. Naruto number 3 and Haikyuu number 4.
That's fair. That's super fair.
Okay.
And then, ooh,
Number 5 then. Did we have anything else in common?
what would? I don't think so.
Dragon Ball. That's the only other, or Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, you can kind of combine them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Dragon Ball Z like kind of how you did. Like I watched it in like early preteen, kind of teen years. But like I watched Dragon Ball, and that's like I love Dragon Ball, like the original one with like Kid Goku, and when he turns into a teen and stuff like that. Like I love that shit. So I'm down to put Dragon Ball Z or like Dragon Ball.
I mean,
number 5.
we can just do like a hyphen, Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z, or not hyphen, sorry.
Just say the Dragon Balls. The dragon had balls.
The dragon had balls. Matt didn't, but the dragon
Dragon
did.
Balls.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, one day, man, one day you'll get some balls,
I mean,
bro.
I
One day you'll be
haven't
able to
seen
Dragon
Dragon Ball
Balls.
either, so like,
Dang. So you never collected the Dragon Balls either?
nah.
Damn,
I did
bro.
not.
Maybe
Damn.
that'll be your wish.
This really is a
Drag
2.5
my
Men
balls.
podcast.
Wish for some balls, bro. Damn.
Why didn't we just do that 2.5 Men podcast?
Because then I would be the half a man. I don't want to be a half a man.
Bro, you gotta watch One Piece then. You gotta watch One Piece. Oh, that would definitely be copyright
Yeah,
too.
you're right about that. You're right.
No, we can change it. 2.5 Men. They can't come at us for that. It's like no, two and a
Two
half.
quarters, men.
2.5 Men. No,
Two men and two quarters of a
what's
man.
that thing that's like where it's like me and intellectual? You know, it's like normal people. 2.5 Men. Me and intellectual. 2.5 Men.
Very intellectual.
We keep going further with it, like 2 and 8/16 men. We just fucking keep going.
Yeah.
Every podcast is something different.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool with Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z for number 5. Number 4,
Haikyuu.
Hypeyuu. Number 3, Naruto. I'm gonna read Naruto. I'm not gonna watch it just because.
I don't know much about the manga. I haven't read Naruto.
I mean,
but-
like the main reason I'd rather read it than watch it is because that way I can just avoid the
Faster.
spoiler, and it's so much faster. Yeah,
yeah, it's probably better.
I can, or not the spoiler, the filler, and I can avoid all those just flashbacks and shit. Because I'll be honest, I want to get through the war arc.
I mean, you can look up filler lists online, and it'll tell you what episodes to skip if you don't want to watch filler.
They do that. But I know, so for Naruto, original Naruto, that's fine. And original Naruto, I'm thinking about watching because Paisley wants to watch it with me again too.
Fire.
Very good.
And original Naruto, amazing. I agree. When you get into Shippuden is when it has like that canon filler with all the flashbacks and stuff. That's what makes the war arc so bad.
Yeah, but in my opinion, first of all, not all the filler is bad filler. There's some really high quality filler in there.
Really?
I agree with that.
I actually-
yeah, there is some cool filler.
When you say like, do you mean in terms of flashbacks or in terms of?
I don't know if it's a.
The
filler
thing I
arcs,
hated the
like, there are
most
arcs
was
that aren't
flashbacks.
canon that are like kind of cool.
Yeah, there are. There was actually
There's
I watched.
a whole arc with the Six Tails Jinchuriki. Like, there's a whole filler arc with the Six
Dude,
Tails Jinchuriki.
okay.
And, like, Naruto befriends him, and it's a really good filler arc.
Is this in Shippuden?
Yep.
Oh.
I just watched a clip online that was I didn't know it was filler, but the comments told me it was filler, so I'm trusting them. But it was Rock Lee and Mike Guy versus Naruto in his I think it was in his Six Tails QB cloak. And I guess it was filler, but it was so fucking sick, dude, and it was animated really well. And that's the type of good filler I'm talking about.
Yeah, that does sound like some good quality content.
But I mean, if you want to skip the filler, you can skip the filler. It's whatever. But
I wanted to mention one of my friends. I think I mentioned in the last podcast. Static is also a very big Naruto fan. We've talked a lot about it.
Shout out to Static. He's a cool
and
dude.
He's a great dude. He told me about this edited version of Naruto that cuts out all the bullshit, and it's there's 20 episodes or something like that, and each of them are 90 minutes, and it's the whole series. And it was on Reddit or something, but it summarizes all of it in really short sort of clips and kind of cuts out all the excess stuff and just keeps in the good important plot things.
That's kind of like One Piece.
I'll ask him for that, and if I can get it, I'll send it to you.
I would love that. I would love that. That's kind of like One Piece. It's a One Piece thing, but they cut out so they'll trim the episodes where they'll cut out the filler, and it's just high octane action, you know.
There's not that much filler in One Piece, is there?
No,
they're
really low.
It depends. I feel once you get into the anime, at some points there are some filler. They'll have some filler arcs there. I do really like the filler arcs in One Piece, though. I will say
they're really good.
G5,
except for the first filler arc, which it's right before they go to the Grand Line, and it's super annoying. But after that point, every filler arc in One Piece is really good.
It's definitely some of the best fillers I've seen. It's G5, one of the best filler arcs ever. Period.
So
period.
freaking
That's period.
good.
Should I skip that filler arc you were just talking about, Grant, before the Grand Line? Should I skip that, or should I
it's pointless and it fucking sucks.
Just skip it then. Just skip it.
Okay, dope.
That speeds up the podcast.
I don't want to feel like I'm missing out or whatever, but I'll watch the other filler arcs if they're good. But
yeah, definitely do that.
My first time watching it, I thought it was canon, and I literally skipped it because I was like, this sucks.
What?
I just want them to go over to the Grand Line because it's literally like 15 episodes of that shit. But right before, literally, they're about to go to the Grand Line, and they're like, "Oh, what's this over here?" And then they get sidetracked for 10, 15 episodes.
What is this arc? I don't remember what you're talking. Is it before they go to Locktown?
It's a girl and a bunch of dragons, and it's kind of whack.
Oh, I remember with the sickle fruit and stuff.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I skipped most of it because I was
really
this is horrible.
I remember that arc, and I got to be honest. Not the best. It wasn't the worst, but it was not great. It was definitely interesting. At the end of that filler arc, I think it had a good payoff. That's all I'll say.
That may be true, but I was so ready to bust my Grand Line nut that when they fucking blue-balled me and they took me away to some little girl and in the mountains, and I was like, I want to go to the Grand Line.
Dude,
blue-balling me.
You were trying to get your nuts, and they were just preventing that, bro.
They were holding my nut.
That's what I've been looking forward to this whole time, is the Grand Line. So yeah, I see what you mean.
The Grand Line is what makes men. It's amazing.
So I'll get my second ball once I watch the Grand Line. Is that it?
And you get one of your balls.
You get one of them. You'll get one of them.
I don't have any right now.
But
damn.
then when you go to the second Grand... No, I'm kidding. And then the 8th Grand Line, then you get your balls.
eight nuts. All right.
Stop. This is too much.
Yeah, so I am going to watch original Naruto again. We can definitely do a podcast on that. You guys... Obviously, you guys are much bigger fans of Naruto than I am, so we can definitely get into original Naruto once I actually watch it and see how it changes my mind, watching it as an adult, And then Shippuden, I'll ask you guys about fillers, what to watch, what not to watch, and we can go from there. If there's a decent one and whatnot, look online and shit too.
That sounds good. That sounds like
fun.
That'd be cool. If we did that episode, we could do a top 5 Naruto fights or some shit like that, or a top 3 Naruto fights. That'd be cool.
That's a fucking idea, Grant.
That's a good idea.
That's why you're on the podcast right there.
My man.
Dude. Well, we can get into that
Oh,
though. That sounds
man.
like a lot of fun.
Dry versus pain. I'm just gonna say it.
I think like
gonna
we'll
say it.
separate it. Just original Naruto and then Shippuden.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
We'll
that's fine.
separate it.
Ooh,
We'll
top
separate
5
it.
for each? That'd be cool.
That's a great idea.
What else? Yeah. Yeah, because Shippuden, I gotta be honest, I have not watched much of Shippuden. I watched that Sasori stuff. I watched the pain fight, but like all the stuff in the middle,
Dude, if you
did
didn't
not watch it at all.
If you didn't watch Asuma and Shikamaru versus Hidan and Kakuzu,
I saw that. I
Such
saw
a
that.
good fight.
Okay.
I saw
is
that.
Such a good fight, man.
I saw
Thank
that
you
actually
for
on
bringing
Disney
that up.
XD.
yeah, that is in all of Naruto Shippuden. That's the fight that really sticks out to me. It's so good.
I saw that, but I saw it like dubbed because I saw it on TV. So I don't know. I'll watch the subbed again because I like Naruto subbed. I don't really care for the dub.
Yeah, I'm the same way for sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, all right.
The other thing we wanted to get into,
Yes.
we were all texting about this. There's a video that New World Review.
Shout out to
that's
New
the
World
channel.
Review.
Very, very good content
Love
from
his videos.
that channel. A lot of like One Piece, Hunter x Hunter content. But
He has a
posted
second
video.
channel called Grand Line Review. That's One Piece.
Well, I didn't know
that's what I'm
that.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does right now. He goes into like anime episodes, but he's up with current content. If you want to watch his older videos, you can. He definitely has good videos though. Definitely.
I might do that because I'm sure he's got some good opinions and stuff.
Another One Piece YouTuber I like is Tekking 101. Love that guy.
Tekking's really good.
Yeah,
But
I like
no,
his personality. He's a cool guy, and he kind of does it like
he's
we
an
do.
encyclopedia of One Piece. That
dude, he
dude knows
really
literally
is.
everything.
He really is. That's what they call him on this other podcast that he comes on. It's Natsukaku's podcast, but they call him an encyclopedia because he just
Yeah.
knows everything about
Oh,
One
is
Piece.
he on
Okay,
that?
really?
Yeah,
Is he on that One Piece Virgin
That's funny as hell.
podcast?
he's been on there a few times.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Dude.
But yeah, he posted a video, the New World Review, New World Review.
Mhm.
And Seth the Programmer also did a video about it like a year ago or some shit. And it's a hypothetical versus battle of the Phantom Troop versus the Royal Guards. And RD Sen, sent this in the group chat. And it caused an uproar, and then he
It did.
just fucking left and didn't talk about
Yeah,
it. Which is
Dude,
good,
this
'cause then we
man
can talk
didn't
about it
want to
here.
defend his opinions.
Dude, no. This is what happened was my lecture
Okay,
started.
wait. Before we say anything, let's like make sure we state who we think would actually win. Because in New World Review, he said that like the Phantom Troop kind of had a bunch of win conditions that
So-
like could really easily top the
Yeah, in the truth.
Royal Guard.
Yeah, in the video, he talked about their Hatsu in specific and how they developed it mainly to serve the king.
Yeah.
Like, and again, their Hatsu is more nuanced and they just learned it recently, so they're not nearly experienced again in Nen overall.
So
let's the troop.
Let's level the playing field real quick. Ryan is pro troop. Me and Grant are pro Royal Guard.
Again, keep
I
in
am
mind.
pro one Royal. I think Pichu could coast the entire Phantom Troop.
Honestly,
Holy
yeah.
sh-
Like if you put all three of them together, it's no contest.
Really?
No contest whatsoever.
So are
I
you
think so.
telling? Wait, by that definition, you're also saying that Gon, when he transforms into that monster,
That's a whole different story. Gon, when he transforms, is on par with the king.
No. That's the thing though. The anime changed it. In the manga, it said Pito says
Bear his fangs.
his fangs might bear into the power of the king, into the king.
Yes,
but
that is true.
In
but
the
that
anime,
also means that he's on the same tier.
But here's the thing. It's just Pito's comparison because no one really knows how strong. Like the king's never gone all out. Pito doesn't know how strong the king is. Like at max.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like, but
So
Pete,
what point are you trying to make?
what
here?
I'm trying to say is Pito saying that Gon could bear his fangs at the king or is on par with the king, in the anime and manga, whatever. Pito's comparing it from her perspective of the king's power. But keep in mind, no one knows what the king's like.
What
What
does
is the
what
limits
does
of
the
his
king
power?
have to do with this anyway? We're talking about the troop and the Royal Guard.
I don't know. How did we get into this? I don't know how,
know.
bro. This is. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is.
Are you guys there?
Yeah. Did you cut out?
Are you not hearing us?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you hear us? Are you good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Dope.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, what I was saying. Let's just get back into the troop versus a royal guard. The troop overall, they have really good Hatsu. They're all very. I'm going off the New World Review's opinion because I think he made some good points.
He made some great points, for sure.
Again, Crollo is in the fight. He has his Nen. He has his Nen back. He got, he met up with the Nen exorcist, got the thing exercised. He got his Nen back. Again, keep in mind, Crollo is a genius. And keep in mind, under Crollo, the troop, with the head, the spider works very well.
Okay, you're giving Crollo the benefit that he has planning time, first of all. If he's meeting with the Royal Guard, he doesn't have time to plan. He doesn't know what their Hatsus are. He doesn't know what they can do at all. Sure, he's smart enough to make plans on the fly, but I feel like you and the New World Review were both giving him the benefit of planning time.
Really? But okay.
So, yeah.
Keep in mind,
I think that
Zeno, he fought Zeno and, I don't know, Silva. Is it Silva? Yeah, Silva. Zoldyck. At the same time.
Crollo never once was able to beat Netero, who Pito took a hit from the 100 type Bodhisattva or whatever it is.
And bounced it off like it was nothing, yeah.
Damage!
Yeah.
She got sent flying, but no damage. Oh, it's so hard. I understand what you guys are saying, because the ants are monsters. They are monsters. And
I don't think I think that Pito could solo the entire troop. Literally just whatever the ability I can't remember the name, but the Hatsu that he used, I think Pito's a guy that he used against Gon.
Really?
When Gon
no,
went
Pito's
to
actually
form.
non-binary. That's why the New World Review always refers to her as they.
I'll just say Pito because this is too fucking common. When Pito used the Hatsu against Adult Gon, that boosted the strength and reflexes of all of her.
Yeah.
Just everything.
I forget what it's called,
senses, but a shit ton. And if Pito uses that at any point at all, they're all dead.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Without a doubt. And that ability, Speed Blitz Adult Gon, took out his arm. Granted, he was in his feelings because Killua was there. But either way, I think that Pito's speed and durability are far too much for the troop to handle. I really don't even care if Crollo has prep time, because a lot of his abilities are kind of they're cheesy, they're kind of gimmicky, they're not really flashy and power it's sort of if you get a hold on your opponent, then you have other win conditions.
Yeah, that's true.
I honestly don't think that any of them could lock down Pito alone, not to mention Shiapoof and Yuppie, that can explode with rage and create huge craters and has just stupid morphing abilities. And then Shiapoof, who's really, really smart and really crafty.
Fucking hate that guy.
Can, atomize himself, basically.
Dude, fucking hate that guy.
He's not as smart as Crollo, but I honestly think that, before any of that, if Pito... Because Pito has stupid reflexes and reaction time, stupid durability, just stupid abilities in general.
Dude,
I really think that Pito would coast the entire troop before they had a second to do anything.
So let's say in this situation, Gon's still taking care of Pito. Let's just say.
So you're saying Pito's not in the picture right now?
No, Pito's not. Gon's taking care of Pito. Crollo has that prep time. He has time to formulate a plan with his troop. And they're going after Shiapoof.
That's it's a little tougher. I still think the troop the
you think Shiapoof has it?
Takes it, honestly. Yeah, the only way the troop clutches that is if, first of all, Finks gets enough cranks on his arm to one-shot them, which is going to take a fat minute. Even if the other two are slower than Pito, I still think they're way faster than the troop. And the other thing is, I don't know, maybe Phaeton's Pain Packer. I don't know how strong that is, and nobody really knows that. But maybe that's enough. You know, who knows? But he has to take damage for that to happen anyway. So like, what really does the Troupe do? Like,
we don't know the extent of what the Troupe can do. That's the thing.
Grant, what do you think about that? If Pito isn't in the picture,
Because again, what in this hypothetical, what I'm saying is like, they're kind of part of that invasion team.
Okay.
And Gones again still gonna leave with Pito, and turn into a monster. Put all those what did he do, like those contracts or whatever on his men. He's still gonna kill Pito. That's fine. Shiapoof and Yuppie. One of them. I'm not saying that like. Yeah. I'm not saying
the
that
whole Phantom Troupe versus one royal.
One royal.
Who also isn't Pito.
I think the entire Phantom Troupe can beat Yuppie. That's the only one I
can see that for sure.
I think Poof escapes. I think Pito coasts cleanly the entire troop, and I think they beat Yuppie. Because Yuppie got like, I mean, if he didn't like corner Knuckle into seeing into like being like, hey, if you don't like, get rid of this thing, then I'm gonna like the NPR, whatever it was.
You're talking about the manipulator, yeah.
No, he's talking about Knuckle.
No, he's talking about the manipulator.
No, he said Knuckle, dude, the APR guy, because Yuppie had to corner Knuckle to get him to release APR.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about...
so, like, I think because of that, like, if Knuckle was like, okay, no, I'm going to let my master die, Knuckle would have won that fight.
Yeah, like, definitely.
Like, him and Smoke, what was his name? Morale?
Yeah, Moral.
With the smoke abilities?
Which, by the way,
Moral.
I was super pissed about that. Knuckles should have just let Moral die, low-key.
What? Why?
I mean, it all turned out all right, but, like, come on. This dude can literally decimate the whole Hunter Association. You're going to let him live in exchange for Moral's life? That was a dumb decision.
Moral's an amazing character, and is his master.
Dude, I love Moral, but, like...
You got to realize...
He should have died.
No, you got to realize he's also he's valuing human life to the point.
Fuck him.
Yeah, that is a thing of Knuckles' character, but I do agree. I think that if
Knuckles not a hard kind of person
Moral
like that.
If Moral would have just died, like Yuppie kind of would have been fucked because he wouldn't have been able to use Nen. Well, that's the thing. He wouldn't have beaten Yuppie. He would have taken away his Nen.
He would have taken away his Nen, but again, he still would have had his animal monster
Knuckle
strength.
Would have gotten back all of the Nen that he had paid him, because that's how APR works. Like I think like as he accrues interest, like Knuckle gives some of his aura to the opponent, and then he would have gotten all of that aura back, and just, I mean, he probably would have killed him. Maybe we don't really know the extent of
Knuckle would have been
abilities.
If that would have happened, Knuckle could have killed Yuppie, and then I bet he would have been a match for Poof too if he had all that aura.
That's fair.
Damn.
But I do think that because Yuppie's I'm sure that Krollo, because he's smart, he probably would have noticed oh, this guy enjoys a good fight, and if I'm respectable to him, he'll respect me back, because that was the whole thing with Yuppie, was he was I don't want to kill you, you guys may be invading, but I respect all of you.
Honorable.
That he gained everyone's respect at the end of it, or everyone gained his respect at the end of it. So I think that Krollo could probably just talk Yuppie into to keep fighting and just to keep playing into his hand, and they could eventually beat him. But I think Poof just gets away.
Yeah, because he turns into the tiny little things, you know?
I think they have a hard time countering that. But what were you trying to say about the manipulator? Shalmark, I think?
Yeah, Shalmark. So the thing is, he gets one of those little things. Yuppie, not he doesn't think. He's just acting on pure instinct and rage. He has no brain, I feel like, essentially. He's kind of mindless, just muscle.
He's the only of the royal guards who isn't part human.
Yeah, he's like a mythical DNA. Beast or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he has no human DNA. He's the only royal guard.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
But yeah, I feel like if he could get one of his little spikes to he's able to manipulate people, it's over. He has control of Yuppie.
That's a big if, in my opinion.
You're telling me the whole troop working together, he wouldn't be able to get that one thing on him?
Assuming Pito's not in the picture, it's possible. If Pito's in the picture, absolutely not.
Again, Pito.
But Shalmark sucks, dude. Shalmark is bottom tier troop. Like I'm shocked if he can get one of those things in one of them.
If all of his comrades are helping, I feel like he could.
Yeah.
Again, keep in mind, you keep it in Pito. Pito is not involved in this.
If Pito's not involved, then I could definitely see it happening.
And what if the troop was the ones that came in when she was using Dr. Blythe on Komugi? She's dead. She's dead. She can't. Yeah. She stops Dr. Blythe, which Meruem would be pissed about that because then Komugi's gonna die and he's just gonna kill her.
The whole troop would die.
If Komugi dies, Pito's gonna die as well as the troop.
But if Komugi dies, everybody dies because the king kills everything.
The king kills everywhere. He destroys the world, which is the troop dies, but Pito dies as well. All his royal guards die. He's killing them too.
I think that we didn't really, because what's his face, Yuppie, he can morph a lot, and he's explodes with anger, and his anger explosions are literal explosions. So I think that one, we're implying that one of his needles could pierce of the hyper durable chimera ants. We're okay, if we go with that assumption that it can, then one, I think that Poof realizes it. Pito, I don't see that just happening at all. But Yuppie, yeah, I can see that happening, but I don't maybe if he goes into a rage burst or some shit like that, before it can go off.
I mean, I feel like that would be so anime if the needle's about to hit and he goes into a rage burst. Yeah. But if the needle hits, he can suppress his rage burst because he can control him essentially.
That's true. Have we seen? This could just be a caveat, and it might not mean anything. But since he's not human at all, and he doesn't think like a human, could the manipulation apply differently? Because we've only seen Shalmark's needle manipulate human beings into doing things.
So
that's kind of bullshit, but it could.
I have no clue.
It's one of those weird Hunter things where it's okay, we'll just never know.
Well, yeah, we never know. But he uses that remote control or cell phone thing to control them. So I don't know. We're basically running off assumption because we'll never really know. We'll never really know.
But bottom line, I think all three, the Phantom Troop versus all three Royal Guards, I think they stand absolutely no chance whatsoever.
If they're going up against all three, they're finished. And I also think if the troop was going up against Meruem's taking it, no cap.
Easy. And also, if the troop is going up against just Pito, I think Pito sweeps. That's probably more debatable. But I'm pretty sure Pito sweeps.
I feel like I don't think Pito's. Oh man,
she might have a little bit of trouble, but I'm pretty sure she sweeps.
Pito has the most feats of anyone in the out of all the Royal Guards, without a doubt. Like combat feats.
Yeah. It's all based on her physical prowess, though. She doesn't, because her Nen or her Hatsu is all there just to help the king.
Her physical, but
except that one where the puppet takes control of her and she moves. It amps all of her physical abilities and her combat abilities.
Yeah, see again, it's just a boost of her physical prowesses again.
Way with prep time. I cannot see a reality where Pito loses.
I don't. I think one way.
Let's hear
the big if she gets all her physical prowesses boosted, deals and hits Phaeton, he takes that pain.
No way Phaeton survives that.
This is so hypothetical. This is a big if again, but all of this is a big if. But if Phaeton survives that, but also if Chrollo, on top of that, Chrollo's able to steal that Hatsu, use it, amplify Phaeton's physical prowesses, plus the Pain Packer. Okay, but this is some set the programmer shit, bro. This is some set.
That's a possibility.
That was some set the programmer shit. It just shot out of my ass, bro.
With all those conditions.
It just shot right out.
It's
bro.
like a very fine line of
that's
possible
so many
or not,
nuanced
but-
things that have to happen that it's no way it would turn out that way. But like it's just a big if.
Reality,
It's a big if.
If this thing were to happen and Pito is like, oh, I see, what is it? How many spiders are there? Like there are 9 or whatever. How many are there?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like
1,
9
2,
or
3,
10
4,
or
5,
something.
9 or 10.
6, 7. Yeah, I think like Pito in like you see like Canon or like how he spots Kite and Gon and Killua.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Kite got
like,
fucked.
Huh, they look strong, and then it just completely takes off Kite's arm. I think Pito's like, hey, there are 10 really strong people approaching. I think Pito rushes them, and I think Pito kills like 5 of them, like 3, 4,
Ooh.
5 of them.
But
in a-
also
in a
Bungee
matter
Gun.
of
It has the
seconds.
properties of
I think
If
half
Hisoka-
the troop is killed in seconds.
Yo,
Dude,
if Hisoka's there, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, Bungee Gum has the properties of rubber and gum.
Both rubber and gum.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
That's
That
true.
changes the whole like that takes the equation and just
he
changes
can
it completely.
surprise his face into looking like Merriweb.
Oh, yo, that low key, that's a possibility.
Yeah, if he knows what the king looks like. But I think if Hisoka's there, I think Hisoka's character is impossible to follow, especially when it comes to a fight. But I think if Hisoka's there, I think Hisoka either fights and immediately dies, or he is like, I'm fucked, and he dips.
Yeah, I think he dips 100%.
Yeah.
Also, Hisoka is a GOAT character.
Love him.
If we put Hisoka in this character, March Madness type of thing,
He's gonna make it to the end
he's gonna make it far.
for sure.
Hisoka's like a really good character.
But yeah, Hisoka's a great character.
Hisoka's great. I don't know if it necessarily changes much if he's in the battle or not. He probably just dips. I think he makes it out alive at the very least.
He's
But-
definitely
I think he
dipping.
does
He's
too.
definitely dipping.
Hisoka's like, I think when he isn't as bloodlusted as he normally gets when there's like a really strong opponent, because that's like a thing of Hisoka's character. He's like horny for fights. So I think if he's like, I can't get this nut because they're too strong, I think then he like dips and he's kind of not involved.
Yeah. I think it'd probably be something
but-
similar to like, you know how like Netero went to the Dark Continent and he was like, there's no victory to be found except survival.
Oh my god.
I think
Yes.
I think it's kind of similar to that, where Hisoka's like, okay, yeah, they're stronger than me, but also I'm not fighting a fellow human, so it's like, I never really had much of a chance to begin with, or something like that. Maybe, I don't know,
Dude.
but
Netero, that's kind of crazy. What Netero says, where it's like
Yeah.
the only thing there is just survival. But
Yeah.
have you guys? I don't know. This is kind of spoilers, but have you guys seen the thing with is it Dawn Freaks? The East and West books.
yeah.
Do you? I've seen. So the New World. He's been making videos about this,
Dude, I
and
watched all
I
his shit.
kind of just wanted to get into this real quick. Not too much because it's manga spoilers. But basically, do you guys think Dawn Freaks is? Because they say there's 3 options. He never finished it. It's lost, or he's still writing it.
I think that's, in my opinion, I think it's still to be found. I think that it's lost.
I have the
somewhere.
biggest headcanon theory about that guy.
Let's hear
Let
it.
me hear it.
I think he's alive.
You think he found like
Writing it.
nitro rice and is still alive? I've heard that theory.
No, I think he already came back. I think he's like finishing writing it, but he came back for like his own safety because he's old as fuck. And I think he's like stupid good with Nen. And I think that to reintroduce Gon to the story, because Gon's without Nen, I think he restores Gon's Nen, and then Gon, along with Killua and what's her face, Nanika, go to the Dark Continent.
I
think he's like stupid, like crazy good with Nen. He gives Gon his Nen back, and then he like finds Killua, and they go to the Dark Continent.
So again, you're saying he's alive and he's well over 300 years old.
Yep.
So what is the how is he living this long?
I don't. Okay, he's dope with Nen. Nen is weird.
It
I mean,
remains to be
Nen
seen.
keeps
So
you
that-
young.
So yeah, I mean yeah, I know there's that thing like how Isaac Netero was able to live. Like some people I think suspect he's around 110, 120. Some people
He's
say
like
maybe
up there in the Dumbledore age. Like,
Yeah.
He's super old.
but like
So-
aging in like the Hunter x Hunter world is still similar to how it is here, where people lived around 80 or 90. You know.
It seems to me like making this assumption that Don Freaks is still alive is also parallel to saying Don Freaks is more proficient than Netero with Nen.
I think I think he is, but I think he's proficient in a different way. Because Netero was proficient in combat. Like that was Netero's whole thing was being like
Interesting.
perfectly strong. You know, like that was the whole like fight between him and Meruem is him being like, when did I settle? And like, when did I stop looking for stronger people and like to stop becoming stronger? And I think like he's proficient in combat, but like that's not all that Nen is. There's Nen Exorcist, there's Nen Healers, there's all this different type of shit that Nen uses. There's like
I feel
he's
like-
a Nen chess player or like Gungi or whatever it was.
I feel like my theory is I feel like yeah he can be I feel like he can be alive, and I think that might be the case, but I don't think it's because of his Nen. I think his combat wise his Nen is really strong, and that's how he's been able to survive on the Dark Continent. But there's that thing Nitro Rice. I think he had some.
Oh yeah.
I think he
That's
had
possible.
Nitro Rice, was able to use that to extend his longevity, live longer. But
That's true.
survival again is the biggest thing on the Dark Continent. And I think the only reason he's been able to survive this long on the Dark Continent is because of his just crazy strong Nen.
Yeah. I have to reread like the everything that comes after the anime because I think I've watched the anime, like the 2011 anime, like 3 or 4 times at this point, and I've only read the Dark Continent, like or the pre-Dark Continent and like the
Secession
War.
War, yeah.
Yeah, like I've only read that once, and I read it like in a day, so I haven't like absorbed a lot of its content. So I'll have to reread that like
Okay,
a couple times
dude.
through just to make sure I like.
We can get
all
back
the
into
different
this
things
topic.
and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but that's like my theory is entirely headcanon. I just want that to happen because I really like Gon as a protagonist.
Ooh.
It sucks to think he won't reappear in the manga.
Who
Like,
I think he
knows?
will.
Who knows?
I think it's kind of whack if he doesn't.
But like, also his
I
goal
mean,
was only to find his dad, because I feel if Gon
That's
is to
true.
be reintroduced, he
needs
needs
new
a goal. What is his
But
goal gonna be?
his dad told him about his own goal, so I think maybe Gon would be like,
But that's not Gon's goal, because
I know it's not Gon's
I feel
goal,
like
but,
I know Jean told him about like, yo, this is a sapling. The tree can grow much bigger when you go to the Dark Continent, and that's Jean's goal. And
Yeah.
but like, I don't know, it didn't seem like Gon
But could that be a
wanted to
metaphor
adopt
for
that
Gon?
goal. It didn't seem like
Could that
Gon.
be a metaphor for Gon?
what do you mean by that?
So he like fulfills his goal and he's like, yeah, this is just a young sapling, and now you've met me. Like Gon is the young sapling, but being like, now that you're an established little sapling tree, like find a goal that's past me, your father. Like
Huh.
Gon hasn't really developed other than like psychologically and emotionally. He hasn't developed like as a character, as a person, you know? This could be like a whole development thing for Gon as a person. Like he hasn't really lived a life as a hunter without like trying to find his dad. Maybe that's like
I mean,
him becoming his own person.
It's possible.
it depends.
He's not a young sapling anymore. He can have goals past his father.
Either way, that's a long way off because right now it's pretty focused on Kurapika and getting to the Dark Continent in the first place. It would be really cool.
Right
if,
now, it's not focused on anything because it doesn't fucking exist.
Good
'cause
point.
Togashi is hiding from COVID and actually he's been hiding from COVID since like 2018, so he has no excuse.
He knew what was gonna happen, bro. Togashi, dude,
My
he's 2
ass.
steps ahead of us.
He saw COVID and he was like, yeah, this is why. I was afraid of this thing.
Bro, imagine a world where Togashi is as dedicated as Oda. Oh, man.
Oh God.
It's a world I'd like to live in.
Yeah. Don't even get me started. I need to take a cold shower. We're in the middle of a podcast. I can't handle that shit. But yeah, so that other that's one hypothetical versus battle that we saw within the past couple weeks that looked kind of cool. And another one that I saw that looked really cool, speaking of Naruto earlier, was a hypothetical battle between Chunin exam Neji versus Chunin exam Sasuke.
Let me ask a question about that. So Chunin exam Sasuke does have Chidori, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how many prongs does he have on his Sharingan at that time? Does anybody know? Like 2 or 3?
I think he has 2. I think he has 2 in both.
Okay.
What is? I don't even know what that does. What does that do?
It just increases Sharingan prowess.
It just
basically.
increases its like prowess.
Is 2 pretty shitty, or is that okay?
2's alright. It's not as good as 3, but it's better than 1.
2 is better than a Byakugan.
True.
2 is better than Byakugan.
Byakugan low-key kind of useless unless you're Neji.
Yeah, which is so let's give like de facto opinions of who you think wins.
Okay.
Or do you not have one yet?
I feel like I do, and in my mind, what happens is
So
We should
wait,
go,
hang on a
we should
second.
go over abilities of each first?
We can talk about that, I think, in conjunction with our opinions.
Okay.
But
why don't you guys go first?
let
'Cause
me-
I'm a little torn. I don't really
I'm a
know.
little torn as well, but let me just like set it straight. So this is, first of all, this is before Sasuke goes with the Sound 4, right? And so
Yeah.
he still has the curse mark, but he doesn't have like one wing or whatever.
What am I doing?
Yes. Yeah, the curse mark is more of a burden than it is like helpful. to
Power.
him.
Okay. That is tough, dude.
I
That is
think
real
that,
tough.
so I think that pre-tuning exams, like before Sasuke has Chidori or he's gone through the taijutsu and like the training to get the same speed that Rock Lee had, I think Neji
This whiskey guy.
stomps on him and then pisses on Sasuke like really bad before the tuning exams. And then I think in the Sasuke retrieval arc where Sasuke has the second stage curse mark, the KCM2, with like the one wing and like the Chidori Laymen and all the boosted and the 3-pronged Sharingan, I think Sasuke stomps on Neji, but I think the good fight happens like tuning exam Neji versus tuning exam Sasuke, because I think they're pretty close to equal at that point.
Okay, so in the tuning exams, you think they're pretty equal? Is that what you said? Like tuning exams, as in
at the surface, I think they're equal.
I think.
But if you dive deeper into it, I think there's a clear, like a more clear sort of victor.
I feel like low key that Neji kind of caps at the tuning exams. Like he gets better, but like he doesn't develop new abilities after tuning exams, really. And so I think, dude, I don't know.
He only shows one new ability after the tuning exams.
What is it?
The 128 trigrams.
That's not even new shit. That's just building off his old shit.
It's just doubling the old shit. But
So-
that's like the only new technique. I think that's his only new technique, other than being able to sense chakra through a rod, which I think he probably could have done.
I don't know.
Earlier.
I think during the tuning exam, Sasuke, it's close, but I think Sasuke clutches it. He just has so much more variety of options. Like he's got fire style, he's got lightning style. He's really proficient at taijutsu and speed after losing to Rock Lee. And, you know, Neji's there too with taijutsu and speed as well. But I think that since Sasuke has all these other options, I think Sasuke clutches it. Although it's close, I'll admit.
The other abilities that Neji has, so let's just make sure. So he has Byakugan, so he can see chakra points and be able to target them, and he's really good at that.
Yep.
As we saw with his fight against Naruto and Hinata.
He's also got rotation.
Rotation is the biggest. I think it is his biggest point against Sasuke.
Is that like
his,
just he
his rotation.
twirls and makes that
'Cause
ball
Chidori
of like
can't touch
chakra
him.
around
It's
him?
like automatic reflector, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Chidori can't touch him. if he uses rotation.
Okay.
But doesn't rotation take a lot of chakra? Or am I
It
wrong on
does.
that?
That's the issue. And Sasuke can use Chidori twice at that point. That was like I think that was
Oh.
stated in the manga that he can use Chidori
true.
twice, but
And then he's out of
But-
chakra?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yes, and then he's spent.
Let me get more.
But I think that Neji's biggest downfall is probably his durability because he gets one shot by Naruto.
Yeah, he really does, doesn't he? Because he gets
No, he
uppercutted,
gets
right?
100% one shot by him.
It's just that one uppercut. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
Wow. Yeah, I gotta give it to Sasuke in that case. Damn. I mean, it's similar because if Sasuke gets hit by the 64 trigrams, he's also done. But like, I think it's easier to hit
Yeah.
one uppercut than it is to hit 64 trigrams.
But is he touching Sasuke with his speed?
Yeah,
And with his like Sharingan being able to read physical movements?
I don't think he's touching Sasuke, to be honest. Ryan, what do you think?
I don't know.
Or
I haven't seen this in a while. And again, from what I remember, Sasuke wasn't able to do much against Gaara. But in the Neji versus Naruto fight, Naruto wasn't able to beat Neji until begging the Ninetales for some help, you know?
I think that
As per usual, which is nothing new.
well, first of all, in Chunin exams though, Gaara definitely stomps Sasuke and Neji, I think. So the fact that Sasuke can't touch Gaara is like
It's not surprising. It's not surprising. And I get that. Gaara is
Well,
Gaara.
Gaara's like, I mean,
And he's a
if we
Jinchuriki
really
again,
are
so that
putting
adds
everything
another
to
level.
scale, yeah.
But for this one, I don't know, cause I feel like I'd have to know more. Like, what do you guys think? Base Naruto, at that point, how does he compare to Sasuke at that point?
Naruto gets stomped 100%.
Naruto gets stomped.
Wait, are we talking shooting exam?
Yeah, Chunin exams.
Chunin
yeah.
exams base Naruto though, no help from Ninetales.
Yeah. Yes.
It's actually a little hard because I'm pretty sure he knows summoning at that point.
Yeah, but he can summon Gamabunta with Ninetales chakra.
Oh, if it needs
So, like, if he
Ninetales
doesn't
chakra,
have the
then he
Ninetales,
can't use
then-
it.
If he doesn't have the Ninetales, then he isn't the protagonist. Like that's
That's true.
He's nothing.
Yeah.
He's shit.
I guess that makes
He's
sense.
he's a loud kid with a bad attitude. That's what he is.
I mean, if we're going off that, I really don't. I don't know, because he couldn't, base form. He couldn't do anything against Neji. From what I remember, he was getting stomped by Neji.
100, yeah.
And like I think Neji hit like all of his chakra points, closed them all down, and the only way he was able to get more chakra was by running to the Ninetales, begging for help. And, begging for the Ninetales
Daddy
chakra.
Ninetales.
And then I remember Neji being like, where's his chakra coming from? I just shot all of
he's
his
like,
chakra down.
He's like, bitch, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
Low key, Neji got robbed.
Dude, 100%. You think
Yeah.
the third Hokage is just sitting there like, this
Like,
poor kid.
bitch,
This
are you
poor
serious?
kid. This poor kid just executed shutting down all his chakra points perfectly. Yet, plot armor just fucked him over.
Yeah.
But I mean, from that point, Neji was really good. Compared to Sasuke, if he's able to be fast enough to get those hits on Sasuke and shut down those chakra points, I think Neji would be able to take it. But again, that's if he would be able to be able to get those hits in. And again, I feel like he would get a few in, but also he's going to take some damage as well. Because I'm sure Sasuke, in turn, would get some hits in. Like, it might be some trades and shit,
I can see that.
So,
I think the only way that Neji's getting hits is if he's trading.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I think Sasuke
Like, if Neji
takes
gets
it
a
just
strike,
because...
then like it's because Sasuke touched him
Yeah.
and like hit him, which I don't. I think that Sasuke wins at that point because we see Naruto like
One hit
like,
and he's out.
Naruto's a real like he's a human masher. Like if he could like fight, like his fighting style is mashing.
Dude,
like,
Naruto is me in Smash Bros.
Runs forward.
Up.
He's a fucking masher. But Sasuke's like way more patient. Like he's not gonna be like, all right, let me run full speed at this guy who like clearly has a dojutsu that like
he's just holding shield, waiting for you to run against him.
Yeah,
you know?
Straight up.
Exactly.
He's camping. He's camping you out for sure.
Yeah.
He's fucking camping you out. You know.
100%, yeah. But like Sasuke's not gonna run in and be like, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna dash attack your shield.
Sasuke's spamming shield grab 100%.
Yeah.
He's running. He knows Neji's gonna be holding that shield, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking camper. I know what you're gonna do.
It's interesting because I think they're both kind of like that. They both kind of are like calculative in the way they fight.
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of trades, but I think Sasuke would take it just because. I don't know. It seems like
got
Neji.
More options at the end of the day.
It also seems like Neji just can't take many hits as well.
He can't take many hits, and I think Neji
he can't take one hit.
Yeah, actually, honestly, you're right.
So are you? Wait. So in that fight against him and Naruto, one hit is all that put him out.
I'm pretty sure.
It was that one uppercut, dude.
Oh my goodness. You know, I wish.
I think if he had taken more than honestly, if he had taken 5 hits from Naruto, I think this fight would be closer.
I mean,
he could not take one hit from him.
I think we're discounting Naruto's talk no jutsu though. Like he really talked the shit out of him.
But didn't he have a Nine Tails chakra at that point? Does that enhance the hit by any chance?
I think it does.
No. So at that point when he because what he did was he bamboo after Naruto got I'm pretty sure all of his chakra points shut down or some shit like that. After his Nine Tails buff, he was just laying there over the hole that he had and then he started digging a hole underneath his shadow clone, and then he uppercutted him from there. So I think he was post Nine Tails amp, after kind of being shut down. So I think that was mostly Naruto's roster. I mean, we'll never know because it wasn't stated, but
okay.
Either way, I don't think Naruto was at that level where he was infusing chakra with his physical blows, because that was more of a Shippuden thing.
Okay.
And a Tsunade kind of thing. And I'm assuming that later on in Naruto, everyone's infusing chakra with their physical, with their taijutsu, a lot more than they did when they were genin. But I don't know. I still think at the end of the day, Sasuke just wins 9 times out of 10.
I gotta agree. Gotta agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel that way. Now, knowing all that info, yeah, Sasuke takes it.
Especially if
no cap.
Neji got one shot by base Naruto.
Yeah, what the fuck, Neji?
Come on.
Didn't Neji and Shippuden just end up dying to a fucking Zetsu or something? Like a Zetsu clone?
Yeah, I think he did.
Well,
don't talk shit about Neji dying though, because that was a great moment.
No.
It was the most. I remember being that's how they killed him.
Yeah, but
a Zetsu clone.
It was for the sake of the village.
So Neji died because. I mean, technically, Neji died, I think, from the Ten Tails.
Oh, did he? I don't even remember.
It was right when Obito and Madara reunited, and they were on top of the Ghetto Mazo, and they had, he was shooting wood spears, and, Naruto had given them a bunch of chakra, or it was right before that, but they were all, fighting away, the wood that the Ghetto Mazo, or whatever, he was shooting at them, and then Hinata is about to die, and then Neji's oh shit, no, Hinata can't dodge this, she messed up or something, she was using her Byakugan to deflect away things, and then one got put in her blind spot.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that.
How does she have a blind spot? Just Byakugan.
It's an honorable death. It's an honorable. Shit, dude. I love Hinata, so I'm glad he kept her alive.
Neji took the hit for Hinata, and then he died.
I think that's an honorable way to go down. No hate on Neji.
Boruto owes Neji his fucking life.
Yo.
Just saying.
Facts.
Without Hinata, what is Boruto? Nothing.
Actually, I wish
he wouldn't have a mom.
Never mind. I wish Neji would have lived and Hinata would have died.
What?
Just make it so Boruto never happens.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
In Boruto, they do a filler arc where Boruto goes back in time and he meets Neji, Kid Neji, and it's kind of sick. Not gonna lie.
Uncle Neji.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw YouTube clips of that episode. I do want to go, or like those episodes. I
It's-
want to go back and watch that. 'cause
Dude,
that sounds
it's
kinda cool.
filler, but it's so cool. I loved it.
You liked it? Okay.
It was good.
Damn.
But
yeah, so are we all de facto that
Sasuke takes it.
Sasuke takes it over Neji?
I think we are.
Chunin
Yeah.
exam, Sasuke and Neji
Yeah.
turns out Sasuke is the winner. Wow. I can't believe
And I
we
think
all
that
agreed.
everything
Most of
was
the time we
in
all, like, at least one of us
Yeah.
has, like, a different opinion. That's pretty cool.
Especially considering we were pretty torn about the Phantom Troop, so
Yeah.
kind of nice that we all agree
Yeah.
on this one.
That's pretty cool. Okay. What else do we have on the dock?
these versus battles are fun though. We should do like one of these every episode.
I would love to. There's plenty to talk about.